Hello, good morning all. Today in this video we are going to discuss about controllers in Odoo. So if we haven't discussed anything about the controllers, so it's same as Python models and all. So we will see what is controllers and how to write a controller and how to return a page from controller etc. in this video. So we will continue the development in the module hospital management. Or recently I have just renamed the module to Odoo development tutorials and published the module into the Odoo app store. So yet if you haven't get this code in your hand, you can directly go to the Odoo app store, search for OM hospital or search Odoo mates so that you can see our modules, and in it you can see Odoo development tutorials. So don't hesitate to download it from there and to check the code and watch the video along. So this is our module, that is OM Hospital, and if you check the manifest file, you can see the module has renamed to Odoo Development Tutorials and will be available in the Odoo App Store. So we will go to the controllers method. So as to create this video, you can see here I have already added a new directory controllers inside the OM Hospital. So all the controllers related files will be placed in this folder, that is controllers. So this is same as our models. You can see init, and we have in the init and other Python files are there, but in the controllers we will have new init file and other Python files. So in the outer init file I have called from dot import controllers. Yeah, this is imported. Then here from dot import main. So if you have only single controller, that is if you have multiple files in the controller, you can give the name accordingly, and if you have only single file, you can just give the name as main.py. So if I open this file, you can see. So before that, what is controller. So if I go here, you can see shop. On entering an URL, you are be redirected to something. Right now I have installed the e-commerce module in the database, that's why slash shop is not working. So once you enter URL, you have to return something. So for that purpose we will write the controllers. So we will see in this video how to write that. So I'll go to the PyCharm, and this is a sample control that I have written from odoo.import http. So http is imported to define the class as http.controller. So what you have to do inside the controller is, first of all, you have to import from Odoo import http. So once that is imported, you can define a new class. So I have defined a class as hospital with http.controller. So that's all about the class declaration. So once that is done, you have to define a function. A function will have http root. So this is the root. You can see slash hospital slash doctor. This is the what we are going to type in the URL. So that is the root, and website equal to true has to be given for it. It has to be accessed via website. So if the same controller is accessed via REST API or mobile apps, you don't want to give website equal to true. So if you have to display in the website, you have to show it as website equal to true. Then authorization, auth equal to public. You have got three types of auth, that is auth equal to none, auth equal to public, and auth equal to user. So if you search inside the code, control shift F, you can see the usage of this auth equal to user, public, like that. Also you have got auth equal to none. So if I search, yeah, you can see auth equal to none. So you have got three types of authorization, that is public, user, and none. So I'll come to that difference between the three authorization soon. So don't get worried right now. And you can see definition. I have given just a function definition name, that is hospital doctor self comma. I'll just rename the function name to hospital patient. So you will understand later I have renamed. So just give the name as hospital underscore patient, and inside the function what I'm returning is return hello world or hello roommates, like that. I'll return from the function. So that's a simple controller from Odoo import HTTP. Class is given as class hospital HTTP controller, and we have defined http.root hospital slash doctor. Instead of doctor, I will give the controller as slash patient. Website equal to given, website is given as true or equal to public. So let's restart the service as we have made changes inside the Python. So services got restarted. Now we will go to the UI. I'll just upgrade the module. There is no need to upgrade the module. I have already upgraded just before starting the video. So anyway, you can just upgrade the module. I think that's not necessary as we have only made changes inside the Python files. So still I am upgrading just the module. So Once after the module is upgraded, what we will do is that we will copy this root from here. So this is the root we have given, so I'll just copy this root, control C, and I will try to access it from the browser. So instead of /shop, I will paste what we have given in our controller, and if I click on enter, you can see hello Odoo mates is returning. So it's coming from here, hello Odoo mates. If I change this something, thanks for watching, I'll just change the string and see what happens. Okay, service has got restarted, and if I refresh the view, you can see the string will get changed into what we have given inside the code, that is thanks for watching. So this is how simply you can write a controller. So right now from the controller, what we are returning is simple string. Only we can return a simple string? No, we can render a page like a web page. Right now this is a page, not a page, just seeing something like that. So let's see how we can render a page from the controller. So if I go to views folder, I have already created a new file, that is template.xml, and I have called the corresponding file inside the manifest file. You can see view slash template.xml file. So what we are going to do is that we are going to define a new template, that is a new web page, which we will return from our controller. So you can create a new file, that is template.xml, and call it in the manifest file. And if I open this template.xml file, you can see encoding is given, Odoo tag is given, and inside that template I have given template id equal to patients page. I'll update the name patients page, and name, you can give a name for the template, so hospital patients. I just updated the name to hospital patients, and t call website layout. So we are calling a template in our inside our template, that is for getting the website layout. Hey, subscribe the channel. So I just update the string to hey, subscribe the channel. So that's done. So I have simply created a template id is given as patient age, name is hospital patients, and t call website layout is given, and I will show you why we are giving website layout, and just a string is given as hey, subscribe the channel. So what we will do is that instead of returning, so let me close unnecessary files that we are not going to use here, and it is not necessary. In the main.py file, you can see in the earlier case we are returning just a string. So instead of returning a string, we will render a page. So I'll just comment thanks for watching and return request.render. So for getting the request, I have imported from odoo.http import request. So don't forget to import this request.render. You have to give the ID of your page. So my ID of my page is, module name is on hospital, and the ID of the page is patient's age, patient's page. So I'll copy this and I will put it here on hospital dot patient's page, and empty dictionary is returning to the page. So I'll just restart the service. Now I will go to the apps menu and I will just upgrade the module. You can just upgrade the module from the terminal itself. Don't need to go to apps menu and waste your time. So we have already shown you how to update the module from the terminal. Yet if you haven't watched that video, you can just get it from our playlist, Odoo 12 tutorials playlist. So module is getting upgraded. So once after the module is upgraded, yeah, I think module has got upgraded. So earlier when we have loaded this page, what we are get is thanks for watching. So let's reload this page and see what we get right now. So you can see the page is getting loaded. Yeah, you can see the look and feel has got changed. Everything is coming. It's gone into site. I think I haven't given the container in the template. So if I search for container inside the code, find in path, div container, something like that has to be given, and I will change the search into the XML. It's not a div class container. Let me give this, just copy this, and I will add it here. So just to increase the look and feel of the page, this. So I have, along with the template, I just added div class container. So what we get after reloading the pages, we are getting these things, that is footer is coming, header is coming. So that whole thing is coming from the website.layout, as we have called the website.layout. So let's upgrade the module once more. So I'll go to the apps menu, and from apps menu I will upgrade the Odoo development tutorials module. So the module is getting upgraded. So let's wait until the module got upgraded. You can see it's getting loaded. Yeah, fine, the module has got upgraded, there is no issues. I'll just reload this page. Okay, the module, yeah, you can see from this side there is some string has been moved to little side. So that's due to that container I have given. So if we comment the website.layout, all of these website.layout, let's see what happens to the page. So Control Z. I'll just remove the container also. I'll just remove the T equal to website layout and see what happens. I'll just upgrade the module from the terminal. So during the development time, we might have to /odoo bin -c conf odoo.conf -u on hospital, and you have to specify the database name -d. Forget the database name, and if I activate the developer mode, I can get the database name from here, dev12. So I'll go to the terminal, dev12. So Odoo bin. There is, yeah, Odoo bin is right inside the working directories. Hold on, need to do Odoo bin. So like this, conf, where is conf? Yeah, conf is also, sorry, the conf is also here. So what you have to, like this, you can upgrade the module from the terminal. So the command what I have given is /odoo bin. I have got the Odoo bin here in my working directory, -c conf file. This is the conf file, odoo.conf -u module, module name that you have to upgrade. So the module name that we have to upgrade is One Hospital, and you have to specify the database name -d. So the module has got upgraded. So I'll go to the web page and reload the web page. Now if you reload the web page, you can see still there is no change. Let me upgrade the module once more from the front end. I'll upgrade the module. So what we have done is we have just removed the T-call website layout. You can see the module is getting loaded. And if I check, yeah, the loading has been completed. Now I will refresh this page. Now you can see we are getting an empty thing, but still this is not coming. That's what I'm checking. Okay, leave it. So I'm not sure why that is not coming. So if the website layout is not given, the look and feel of the website will be gone. That is, no header and footer will be there. So you have to give t call website layout has been given. So I will update the module once more for getting the website layout. So this time I will do it from the terminal itself. You can see the module has been getting loaded. So let's wait until the module got upgraded. So what we have done is we have created a new Python file that is for defining the controller, that is hospital.patient website equal to true, or this is given as public, and if a function name is given, and from here we have return request.render, a web page is rendered, and in the XML file we have defined the corresponding template. So if I go to the Firefox and if I reload the screen, you can see why it's like so. Sure, just let me upgrade the module from the UI itself. If I upgrade the module from here, I think there is some issues, or from the terminal it's not getting worked, I think. So anyway, let's leave it, it's not our topic in this video. So the module has got upgraded from the UI, and let me, if I reload the screen, I think there is some issue. It is a wrong address I have typed there. Slash was missing. You can see the web page is coming like this. So what we have done is earlier what we from the controller we have written a string. Now we have rendered a page. So if I comment out this rendering of page, and if I reload that page, you will get simple string like thanks for watching. That's all. We return just a string is returned from the controller, and after that we have rendered a page. Request.render, a template is defined, and we have rendered a page. Now if we want to return some values to the page for displaying, suppose if you need to display all the patient in the page, so if I go to here, and if I go to the hospital, hospital, yeah, hospital is here, and then if I go to the patients, if I remove this filter, you can see we have got three patients, that is Odoo, James and Matt. So let's display these three names in this page. So let's see how we can do that. So first of all, what you have to do is that you have to fetch all the values. Patients, I will just patients equal to request.env. So instead of self, you have to use request here, then specify the model name hospital dot patient dot sudo, just to bypass the access rules. So as you are doing from the website, you may not have enough access rights, so I'll just use sudo here to bypass all the access rights. So I have just given, instead of self, in the controller you can use request.env, model name is given hospital.patient, and sudo is given to bypass all the access rules dot search. So in the patients I will get the patient records, and I will return it here. I will give patients equal to patients. So have fetch all the patient record from the database and return it to the controller, sorry, into the template. So if I go to our custom module, I have already written a sample. So if I go to one hospital, then to the views, and if I check the doctor.xml file, yeah, here I have written something already. I'll just copy these and I will paste it in the template.xml file. Yeah, T for each. So from here we are returning patients, and that patients will be get here. So the patient record will be a multiple list. So if we check here, if I print the patients, I'll just add a print statement, print patients, and let's see what we are getting inside the patients. So I'll just restart the service. Yet this will not come as I haven't restarted the, or I haven't upgraded the module. So let me reload this page and let's see what we get in the log for the, oops, I have just deleted it. So I'll just reload the page once more, and if you check the controller, you can see you are getting different record, that is multiple patients you are getting. So in the template we have to iterate it to over a for loop. So in the template we can do a for loop like this, t for each patients. So in the patients we will have these records, and in the pat, instead of pat I will give patient. So in the patient you will get a single record, then you can display the name patient dot, you have to display patient name. So that name field name is, if I place the mouse over it, you can see patient underscore name. So that is given here, patient underscore name. So let's update the module right now and see the change. So I will go to the apps menu, and from the app menu I will just upgrade the module. So right now what we are getting is, we are just simply getting, hey, subscribe the channel, and now we have fetch the patient values from the database in the controller and return those values to the web page. So let's see how it works. So if I reload the screen is getting reloaded. So you can see once the screen is reloaded, you can getting Odoo mates is here, that is patient name 1, and the other one is where is hospital, remove all the mates, James, Matt. You are getting all the values here. Right now I haven't given any format or I haven't structured the things. So if I add a table, so that's why you are getting in a single line because you haven't given any alignment or style or anything. So if you want to order the things, you can just define a table here, like table, just get t head tr patient, or I'll just give us name, and in the t body I'm just adding a table t body. Inside the t body I will just loop this control x and I will put it here, and if I adjust the indentations, and I have to bring this inside ATR. Let me copy this $x and paste it here, and let me upload the module. So from here I will just upload the module. So earlier when we have reloaded the page, we got all the patient name as a single string, so it's not looking good. So I just made a table, that is, you can simply make a table like this table t head. Inside the table head you are given the name as name, then in the t body we have iterated the loop and printed the patient name. So the module has got upgraded. Now I will just refresh this page and see what happens. So you can see the page is getting reloaded. So once after the page is reloaded, I think you will see the patient names as a table. So still it's coming as names James, still it is coming as same. So I think there is something I have missed. So if I search table, then I have missed something. Okay, let me, might be TD is not going. Let me check whether that is the issue. Control X, and I'll paste it here. So we have just made a change. So I'm not sure this will solve the problem. So anyway, let's try. So if I go to the apps menu, and if I upload the module once again, I'm not sure this will align this in the table. Let's see what happens right now. Anyway, empty, which everything is done correctly. So the module has been getting upgraded. So let's reload this page and see whether it has got any change or not. If you got the change, we will stop here, else also we won't keep trying, it will be waste of time. So let's wait until the refresh is getting completed. Oh, finally it has got completed. The table border is also not coming, so because you can just add new classes here. If you need to get some styles, you can add class equal to, so like that you can give. So let me search the table class, Control Shift F. You will get different table styles here. You can check for the bootstrap table styles, and I'll just copy table border, Control C, and I will paste it here, and just final upgrade. After this we will stop this video. So I've got to the apps menu, and I'll just make a final upgrade of the module. So once after the module is upgraded, I think these things will get formatted into a table. So let's wait. So you can see the module is getting loaded. So I think the things that I have explained in this video is clear for you. So if you have any queries, don't hesitate to ask us. This video is asked by someone last day, so I just made, we think we can make it as we got a free day. There is no much difficulty in making a video of controller. So the module has got updated. So if I refresh the screen, see it's getting loaded. Yeah, somewhat get aligned. So that's done. We have ported into a table, that is name, and printed all the patient's name. So this is about a controller. So first of all, what you have to do is that you have to create a directory controllers. So if I take one hospital, I have created a new folder controllers. Init.py is added, and from that init I have called the main. Inside the main.py I have imported from Odoo import http, and from Odoo.http import request a new class is defined, hospital, with http.controller, and a simple route is defined, http.route hospital patient. This is the URL that we are going to enter or we are going to access. Then website equal to true is given and auth public is given. Returns. So earlier we have returned just a string, so it will get displayed in the while we are accessing the website. Then we move to return a page, render a page rather than return a simple string. We have rendered a page. So for that we have defined a page in the XML. In the template.xml file you can see we have defined a new template with a patient ideas patients page, and we have returned it from here. That request dot render, the external ID of the page is given. If you need to return any value to the page, you can just pass it as a dictionary, and then you can access it in the template. So here OD equal to public is given. I haven't forget to explain till the video. I'll just give you a brief idea. So OD equal to public is given if for an OD, for a controller, if OD equal to public is given, the controller can be accessed by anyone. So if all these can be given as user, it can only be accessed by a logged in user. So let me log out from here. If I just log out from this database, and if I reload the screen, you can see still the page is accessible. Even though you can see silent button here, still the page is accessible for me. But if I change this auth type equal to user or users, let me search Control Shift F, and if I change it to Python, auth user is fine. And if I reload the screen, you won't get this page and you will get redirected to the login page. So if I loading the screen, same URL, you can see you are redirected to the login page. And if I enter the credentials, you won't get logged into the backend. Instead you will be redirected to the same page. So that is the difference between auth equal to public and auth equal to user. So once auth equal to user is given, the page can be accessed by only logged in user, and if you give auth equal to public, anyone can access the page. So if I log out, I'll just log out the database from here. I'll just log out, and I'll change the auth equal to public itself. I'll reload the service, and if I try to access the page again, no one is logged in right now. After refresh, this name will go. So you can see still the page is accessible for the public. So you can see I have given a sudo here. So if I didn't give sudo here, definitely you will get access rights. The public user can't access this model. So you can see if you reload the screen, definitely you will get error messages. No error. Why? I think security. I'm not sure. So if the proper access right is not given, you can't access this. So make sure that the proper access right is given. So I'm not going to that security. So that's all about this video. We have just defined new controllers, returned a simple string, rendered a page, etc. Hope the video is clear for you, and if you have any queries, don't hesitate to ask us over the mail, that is odomates@gmail.com. And if you need any some videos, you can just directly ping us and tell please make a video on this, like that you can tell us. Don't forget to share the videos with your friends and colleagues, and also ask them to subscribe and support the channel. So thank you.